This is interesting. A black Honda Prologue just pulled up, and instead of going to that charger over there, now this guy should be finished. Actually, I think this guy is at 100%, if I'm not mistaken. He should be leaving with this Kia something or other. I think it's a Niro. So she pulled up to that charger, and she's getting the plug from that charger and parking on that side. So yeah, it's funny. Eventually people will figure out a way to make something work. My thought was that I really believe that, and I know they do it in Europe, most of these cars come with their own plug, right? It seems to me that you should be, like, he's getting out now. You can see he's because now he sees people starting to get interested in that charger, but he's done. His charge is complete. And that it's like the Night's Watch. Now his charge is ended. But anyway, I think the machines could be by themselves and people can have plugs in their cars and then run their plug to the machine. And the reason why I say that is because most of our cars, pretty much all of our cars, come with a NEMA 1450 adapter. So in our trunks, we all have a NEMA 1450 adapter, right? If they had the machines and the machines just let you plug right into them, then that would mean that people would be able to bring their own cable, and that means they'd be able to actually dictate the length of their cable. So if you have like a really big car, like a Hummer EV or a Chevy Avalanche EV or something, and you need to park a slight distance away from the charger and the parking spots are too close together, that would actually make it so that you could, carry around your own plug and you could plug into any charge point. See, this is the problem. The people who put all of this shit together, these motherfuckers have either no imagination or they don't think. You see that AMC movie theater over there? Now imagine AMC said, yeah, we want to have charging things in the back of our AMC theater, right? Would it make more sense to have these machines, or would it make more sense to simply have plugs? And if they had plugs, then they could charge you a fee to plug into it. So this way they make money, and this way the company makes money. And if they did it right, they could increase the number of places to charge, and it wouldn't even cost that much money because all you'd be doing is installing a couple of, chargers into the cars. Now, in an idealistic world, you could even have reverse charging so that, let's say the power went out in that building, that these things could, charge the emergency lighting by sucking power from the cars, like it's bi-directional. If I'm not mistaken, Lucid has bi-directional charging, if I'm not mistaken. I think also Rivian does it. But most of these other car companies haven't caught on to it yet. But the other thing I was thinking, I'm not at my house all day. I'm not at my second house all day. If I wanted to, I could charge people money to come to my driveway. And I could say, like on an app, I could say, you know what, between, let's say, 8 o'clock and 3 o'clock, you're allowed to use my charger. And I'll make a little bit of money off of it, and I'll charge a fee. I can decide what my profit margin wants to be, and I'll charge a fee. EVgo or Electrify America, whoever supplies the equipment or whatever, they get a small fee, or it goes directly to my electric company. If you really think about it, there's a lot of houses that have big driveways, and they're in places where people wouldn't mind other people using their driveway. For example, in Manhattan, if there's a person who has a home and it has a private driveway, what some people do is they rent their driveways and they allow like these people to park their cars in their driveway, because if you were to try to park into the public parking lot, it would cost you a fortune. But there's some people who make a deal and they'd be like, okay, you can park in my driveway. I'll only charge you, I don't know, $200 or $300 a month or something like that. And most people think that's fair considering what the public parking lots charge. The public parking lots charge a fortune to park in those things. But imagine you could park in my driveway, and imagine I have an EV charger and I allow you to use my driveway and my EV charger. I could charge you $500 a month and you'd gladly pay it. And what that would do is that would increase the amount of usable chargers or available chargers. And that would actually help a lot towards EV adoption, because regardless how you feel about it, EV adoption is coming. It's like, I've been saying that this is the future. You've been trying to deny it. You see that Jeep right there? It's a hybrid. That thing he's probably going to plug in somewhere, but he probably plug in at home because he's got the 110 volt charger. But I've been saying EVs and plug-in hybrids are the future. And that's the bottom line. Now, a lot of people hate that. Oh, they take it on V8 engines. Yeah, that's right. All of the governments of the world band together and said, guess what? Global warming is real, regardless if you believe in it or not. Climate change is real, regardless whether you believe in it or not. So what we're going to do is we're all going to band together, and we are going to reduce the displacement of these engines. I was looking online at Drag Times and a couple other reviewers. They had the Lamborghini Tamarina. I don't know what the fucking name is because it sounds stupid anyway. And it might as well sound stupid because it has a V8 engine with turbochargers in it. It's the replacement for the Huracan, which, you know, the Huracan was a cool car. I just didn't really like it. I like the Aventador. I think the Aventador was the nicest Lamborghini they made in a while. The Revuelto is kind of cute, but it's like they didn't really do much to change it from what we had in the Aventador, you know? Now, if they would be smart and make the Revuelto and all of the V12 Lamborghini, because the V12 is not going to be around very long. This may be the last generation of cars that you see with the V12, Ferrari, the Lamborghini. This may be the last generation you see with V12, because as you see, Bugatti doesn't have W16 anymore. That's gone. This may be the last generation you see with those engines. But my thinking is, it's like all of these governments, they basically said, nah, listen, everything's going to be a hybrid now. So even that Tamarina is it's a hybrid. It's a V8 with fucking turbochargers, and it's a hybrid. The sad reality is nobody wants that. What they want, if you gave these people a choice, and you say, which one do you want? Do you want a hybrid V8 with twin turbos, or do you want a V10? It's obvious what they're going to say. They're going to say, nah, we want the V10. I don't give a fuck about all this other stuff. They don't want that. They want the V10. It's just like with the V12. If you say, hey, what do you want? Do you want a V8 with turbochargers that makes more horsepower and more torque, or do you just want a regular V12? They're going to say they want the V12 because they know that the V12 is going to be more torque at low ends, and they also know it's going to sound better. That's the reality. It doesn't have fake engine sounds. So the reality is, you're not going to get what you want. Dodge is dead. Stellantis fucked Dodge over and killed Dodge. They also killed Chrysler. And ultimately, both of those companies may end up being purchased by the Chinese. They're saying that BYD is interested in buying them. And the reality is, depending upon what happens in November, if Trump gets in there and he does, stick with his plans to put tariffs on those Chinese goods, all that means is that Americans are going to end up paying more for Chinese vehicles. However, if BYD buys Chrysler and buys Dodge, if the Chinese buy Chrysler and buy Dodge, what that ultimately means is that, as far as I know, the build quality may actually improve, but it's too early to say. But what it means is that they can get around the tariffs, because these will be American-made cars with a Chinese owner behind them. And if BYD does buy Dodge and Chrysler, that will be the only thing that stops them from, basically disappearing from this earth. Because as it stands, Stellantis has destroyed those companies, has ruined them. And at this point, they're both irrelevant. Chrysler, all it makes is a minivan. There's a lot of people who will say, oh, I'll never buy a Chrysler Pacifica minivan. There's a lot of people who say, nah, I'd rather have a Kia Carnival or a Toyota minivan or something like that. So Chrysler, without the Chrysler 300, Chrysler's dead. it could also, you know, it's sad. I remember when Chrysler they had the Chrysler 300, they had the Chrysler, they had an SUV that was just like the Dodge Durango. I believe it was called the, I can bet it had a name like a mountain or something. I think it began with an A. It was like the Chrysler Apex or some shit like that. It'll come back to me. I can't even remember what it was. But they had a Durango clone Chrysler SUV. And it wasn't terrible. It was actually pretty okay at that time. It wasn't terrible. But had Chrysler and Dodge, had they, you know, badge engineered the Hellcat engine, they could have had Chrysler 300 and they could have had the Chrysler SUV with a fucking Hellcat engine in it. And then automatically it would have been cool. It would have been something worth talking about. But they didn't do that. They left all the power in the Dodge cars and they killed everything else. Ram was a spinoff, the Ram TRX being the best truck that probably has ever been made. But now that's going away. Now they have this RHO, which doesn't have the Hellcat engine. It sucks. Everything just sucks. Everything's so boring now. But that's where we're going. And all these people, yeah, well, I just keep my old car. It's like, listen, when those insurance companies raise your rates and the registration companies decide to enact global warming restrictions, all they're going to do is they're going to make it so that if you do have an old car and it's an old V8, they'll use the emissions regulations against you and they'll just charge you a lot more money for it. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, well, I'll just afford it. It's like, no, you won't. They know exactly how to tax you right out of something. That's what government does. So it's sad, but that's exactly what they do, and that's how they do it. They tax the shit out of you. They don't have to do it by force. They don't have to fight you. They don't have to send soldiers. No. They'll tax the shit out of you. That's how it works. That's how they get you. So, you know, it is what it is. It's like you're just going to have to adapt. So you have a choice. It's like either you're going to have a Chevy Bolt like this guy, or you're going to have like one of them Nissan Arias like the people who were over there a second ago. Otherwise, you can get one of these Honda Prologues. Not a bad car, actually. I actually like the Prologue. I would never buy a Honda, but if I ever bought a Honda, I'd probably buy a Honda Prologue. I would never buy a fucking Honda, though. Ever. I wouldn't do it. I would not, could not, Sam I am. I would not, could not eat green eggs and ham. But that's just where we are. As you can see, this is what is left when the applique on the door decides to come off. So as I've already mentioned, well, I should also say that this right here, this residue, this is actually Gorilla Glue, because I tried to glue the applique back on, and over time the applique just still came off, and it still ended up giving itself enough stress that it actually cracked like the front one, because originally I didn't want to lose the original. But the problem with how FCA Chrysler designed this is that this shit was just a stick-on. It was like those over there are the originals. Like you could see those right there are the originals that are on the door. And the problem is, even that one, you could see, that one right there is starting to buckle right there. So I'm going to have to replace that one eventually. Fortunately, I don't have to replace it right now. So I bought these off of eBay. And I think this is the one that matches this door. And let me just check the size. There's two of these. Yeah, and you know what it does? It covers up the entire thing. This is the one that matches this door right here, I believe. And it covers up the entire thing, so you don't even get the chrome strip down here, or at least you don't see it. So the way these things go on is these things have, they have the carbon fiber appearance, absolutely. But what they don't have is they don't have the bottom chrome stripping. And the problem with how they design these things is, again, these things are stickers. And what FCA did was they made it so that you have to basically remove this entire panel, and you have to replace that entire panel rather than just replacing the sticker. And it's really, really fucking stupid. And once you get one of these things replaced, like I think it's once or twice, the warranty doesn't even cover it anymore. So even with my extended warranty, I couldn't get the shit covered, and I was really upset about that. So if you were planning to buy a Jeep SRT, or you were planning to buy a Trackhawk, that is something that you should really consider. The fact that when your interior components start to break and they start to wear, that the warranty, even if you have one, is not going to cover them. So you're going to end up having to fix it yourself, and you're going to end up having to use parts that are aftermarket. So you might want to consider that yourself. So I'm going to pull these stickers off of this thing, these 3M stickers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the door, and I'll see how it works without using glue or without using any resins or anything. Or normally I would have used like Gorilla Glue epoxy, but I'll see how it works without it. I really did like that chrome strip, but if I can't have it, I guess I just can't have it. All right. So again, it covers up the chrome strip. Once you get that stuck on there, that 3M tape takes over. Me personally, I think what I would still like to do is I'd still like to add some Gorilla Glue in there. But for right now, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let it sit on there. And you just have to apply a little bit of pressure to this. And, just to really get it on there. I would still like to use some Gorilla Glue. When you mix that Gorilla Glue epoxy just right, it's super strong, The problem is, if this thing was still flexing underneath it, it wouldn't matter. It's still going to break itself. So that actually, if you really look at it, even though it doesn't have the chrome strip, which I'm a little disappointed about, still looks presentable. It still looks way more presentable than the shit, not being there. But that's not too bad. And now that I'm seeing this tape is a little weak right around this area. So, because I could almost imagine, like, if I had somebody sitting behind me and they reach up and they grab this part, it's always possible that they could, pull on this part too. But it's actually pretty presentable. I missed the chrome strip though. Everything here was outlined in chrome, like the speaker grill is outlined in chrome. So when you look over there, you actually see it. You see that that side had the chrome strip on the bottom, and the speaker grill does too. But unfortunately, even if you have these things and they're new, if you have a Trackhawk, if you have a Jeep SRT and these things are new, chances are you're gonna have to get yours replaced eventually too. But after seeing this on here, I think I'm still gonna use some epoxy, and I'm still gonna like really stick it on. All right, so that's how it's gonna fit basically. So I'm gonna do the front now. So this is the front. And as you can see, this right here is where it literally split itself, and it had like a piece that was sticking out. And the problem with carbon fiber is this shit is actually sharp. It's as sharp as a knife if you get it on the right angle. How you done? And you don't want this cutting you. So I'm gonna actually just pull this out because there's no point in keeping it anymore. And this is what it looks like if there's no, look at this shit. I don't know who the fuck designs this shit. It's like, it was a nice idea, but it was executed horribly. And on this side, look, this shit is as sharp as a fucking knife. It will cut you. What's going on? Well, that's the end of that. That's the end of that. So let's get the new one on. All right, so this is the new fit. Again, if you want to make it tighter, epoxy is probably the best way. Gorilla Glue epoxy is like maybe $7. I know I have a bottle. That's the new fit right there. So that this way I don't have to keep staring at that ugly section. Yeah, I have all of the pieces. I have the piece there, I have the piece there, and I have the piece right there. So I have all the sections. And I suppose this is not horrible, it's just not perfect. I got these off of eBay. They usually sell the whole set for like $100. And I've seen a lot of Jeep SRTs suffering from the exact same thing. Even when I had my Chrysler 300, I suffered from the exact same thing. And I took it back there and they repaired it maybe once or twice. And then after that, they refused to repair it anymore. Some warranty, huh? You know, anybody who's trying to buy a Hellcat or trying to buy one of those Dodge cars right now, you're out of your fucking mind. Stellantis is not the company you want to buy anything from. I mean, FCA had its own issues, but Stellantis is worse. All right, so there it is. That's one, and that's the second one. The second one doesn't want to stick on too well, so we're definitely going to have to epoxy that one. And I'll just use some epoxy right here on the bottom, maybe on the edge, but cosmetically it looks a little bit better. As for taking apart the steering wheel, the buttons that I got, as you can see, these buttons are a little bit worn. They're starting to show like tears and fades, as you can see. So I got to figure out somebody to take apart my steering wheel, install those new buttons. So other than that, anything else in here is easy to do. The only other thing I would replace is this right here, and that's the armrest. But that doesn't really need to be replaced right away. Eventually I'll find that part and I'll get that part. On my way to Connecticut, this guy right here got a little silver Corvette. I don't think it's definitely not the new one, the ZL1. I think it's the what is it called? The Z06. Yeah, it is the Z06. Nice car. A little too goddamn small, but the new Lamborghini, what is that shit called? The Temerario, that thing is going to, I'm sure a lot of people are going to buy it, but it's going to suck. It's only got a V8 and it's twin turbo. It's like, I don't want that shit. Give me that V10, bitch. It's like, how am I supposed to race these fools? I'm going to have to get a Tesla Plaid to race these suckers. Beat them every single time with that Tesla Plaid. Beat them every single time. It's like you don't pull up on no Tesla Plaid. You get your ass eaten. You don't pull up on no Tesla Plaid. You can have a Hellcat. It doesn't even matter. You get your ass eaten by that Tesla. You get your ass eaten. You get your whole booty eaten. Your whole booty gets eaten up. Disgusting. It's a nice car though. Silver with the blue interior. But that, in fact, that's not really silver. That's that battleship gray color. It's like that pastel. It's a nice car. Yeah, you ain't racing him with that crappy ass Honda. And neither one of you losers is racing no Tesla. Forget it. It's just so small. Why can't they make them bigger? So like the Lamborghini Temerario is supposed to be spacious enough for a guy who's 6'7", but I won't know until I get a chance to sit in it. So as soon as my dealer out in Lamborghini Long Island, as soon as they get one, I'll go check it out. They got the Revuelto, but I'd rather take a look at the Temerario because they said that you could actually, they said I could fit. So I'm actually excited about that. Taking a nice, this is like the first, I guess you could call it a road trip because I don't do road trips. So this place is only like 50 miles away, max. and there's a charging station for EVgo right near it. But I've never actually been to this area. It's in Mount Vernon, like Connecticut. So it's kind of like a road trip. I have 260 miles of range, and I should have a little over 200 by the time I get there. You don't really see too many of those CTS Coupe Vs anymore. Like, you don't see the Wagon V and you don't see the Coupe V much. Very strange. It's like, I would imagine some of those people kept those cars. Because if I had a CTS Coupe V or a CTS Wagon, I would have kept it. I would have tried to keep it in excellent condition. I'm guessing some of them probably traded them for the CTS 5V and all that shit. Imagine having a Z06 and then the ZL1 comes out and now you want to get rid of your Z06. Like me personally, that right there is a car I would never buy. Like I would never ever buy one of those. It's a nice car, but I'd rather just have the Tesla Plaid. It's like you if you threaten to race me, I beat you. And look at this guy with the silly old. Oh, this is a woman. Oh shit! No wonder why she's driving so aggressively. Why is it women drive so aggressively? She got the SR on her little Ultima, and she's acting like she's invincible. She's driving like so aggressively behind me, and she's got a window sticker on the car and everything, and her license plate is a dealer plate. That shit's falling off. It's like these women are aggressive as fuck. Let's catch her. These women drive so aggressively, Jesus. It's like, what? She must have just bought that thing. Either that or she stole it. I don't know, because I'm trying to figure out why do you still have the window sticker on there. Maybe she's delivering it. I don't know. Maybe she just bought it. All I know is she's driving very aggressively in traffic. Very aggressively. And it worries me. Escalade out of my way. Come on, let's go. Yeah, they look like some OnlyFans girls. I guess those feet photos finally started paying off. Sold 2 feet photos, bought myself a Nissan Altima. Oh, what happened to him? Oh shit, she's right behind me. Look at this. She's driving so aggressively. Why so aggressive, OnlyFans? It's like, just because you sell feet photos don't mean you should be driving like that. That's dangerous. Stuck behind this slow ass Lexus. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I'm up here trying to open this little cough drop. And I forgot that the freaking car can just drive itself. I forgot all about that. Yeah, now I can open a cough drop. And no hands, Ma. Yeah, look at this. It's probably going to try to pass this guy in a second. The car doesn't like being behind slow-ass Hondas. It's probably going to try to pass him. All right, let's go. Alright, that's better. Oh, in fact, I should be over here. Oh, there was a silver one just like mine. Let's get behind the EXT. That thing fixed, Grandpa. Damn, you can't let your car go to shit like that. Jesus. Alright. Still on our way.
In a quarter mile, merge onto I-295 North.
Slow down. I love those little signs. What's this guy doing? That's good. Well, there goes a bill in the mail.
In a quarter mile, use the right 3 lanes to turn slightly right onto I-695 North. Signs for I-695 North, I-95 North. Use the right 3 lanes to turn slightly right onto I-695 North. Signs for I-695 North, I-95 North.
backing. How you gonna back up a goddamn exit ramp? Now imagine somebody came down that exit ramp speed. Wow, like these people are stupid. It's amazing how stupid these people are. What is this? A pink Hellcat badge? What the fuck? What is that? What the hell? You got a pink Hellcat badge. Molly, is that a real Hellcat or not? Because that badge has been put on there. It's all fucked up. Is that a real? It can't be. Why does it? He's got a pink Hellcat badge on that thing. That thing sounds like crazy, huh? It sounds like there's something wrong with it. Look at that! Look at that badge. It's all fucked up. I don't think so, bro. It don't look like no Hellcat. Hellcats are more physically imposing. Look at this guy. All I need to see is, I think that is a Hellcat. He just has that shit light on there. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, let me just activate self-drive and turn on the air conditioner and roll up the window since we're stuck in traffic. I can't believe it. This guy... See, I was looking to see if he had the fog lights, because usually that's the dead giveaway that it's not a Hellcat. But this guy, I guess it is a Hellcat. It just has that horrible badge on it. It's pink. Well, why would you have a pink badge? You might as well have a rainbow badge on there. Anyway. Strange. Looking at this guy from Sunrun right here with this truck. Let me tell you something. If you do want to get solar panels, first of all, make sure that you own the panels. Make sure that you don't take out loans or anything for these panels, because when you do, they put a lien on your property. Makes it so you can't sell your property until they get paid back. That's number one. So that means that you have to pay upfront for your solar panels. And that in and of itself kills most of these deals. Most people don't want to buy it if that's the case. Number two, the way I see it is, I don't need solar unless you can give me backup batteries. If you can give me backup batteries, and if you give me like...
feet, merge onto I-95 North.
Yeah, if you can give me like 100 kilowatt hours worth of backup batteries, that would allow me to fast charge my car, and it would allow me to easily run my house for a week if I was without power for a week. But that's never actually happened where I live, so I doubt that that's even a consideration. I would just like to have solar and batteries so that I could fast charge whatever electric vehicle I'm driving. I also wish I could get an electric furnace, because if I could get an electric furnace, that would make it so I wouldn't have to buy oil, and I wouldn't have to buy gas either. And I can get away from oil and gas simultaneously. That would make me quite happy to buy solar. In fact, if I could get the whole package and not have to really pay anything for it up front, if I could get all of it, fuck it, I might as well.
Continue on I-95 North for 7 miles.
The only problem, again, with solar is, they have to put all that shit on your roof. So that means that you have to make sure that you have a good roof and your roof is ready for another 15 years worth of lifetime. Because if you put that shit up there and they have to take parts of it down, that can cost you way more money, if they have to do that. It's like a lot of these places are better off getting solar if they're brand new. Even if it raises up the price a little bit. After all, most of these places, the MSRP on most of these houses is sky high anyway. I believe we're in the Bronx now. It's a place that I don't really want to be, but it is necessary. Look at this guy. This guy's got his solar panels. Solar panels make a lot of sense if you got a lot of people living in your house, running up the electricity and shit. Solar panels. They should also put solar panels on top of all these project buildings. It actually might help in the summer when you're running those air conditioners. Oops. I was looking away. I gotta turn it back on. Oops, my bad. I think the real issue with range anxiety is that when you go from one state to another,
to take exit 16 towards Cedar Street.
When you go from one state to another, and let's say you have an electric vehicle, you really don't know what the conditions are where you're going. I think that's the real problem with range anxiety. See, the one thing that Tesla has right is the fact that their supercharger network is pretty much
Use the right lane to take exit 16,
standardized.
then turn left onto Garden Street.
It's pretty much standardized, and you pretty much know exactly what to expect no matter what Tesla supercharger you go to, right?
Turn left onto Garden Street,
Now,
then use the right lane to turn right onto Cedar Street.
Yeah, the Tesla superchargers have a connection directly to the cars where they can literally tell you exactly how many people are at the destination.
Use the right lane to turn right onto Cedar Street.
And it can tell you it can tell you basically how many people are there, how many people are using it, and so forth and so on. So thus far, Tesla has a way better system, but that's obvious because their hardware and their software and their firmware are all the same thing. That's it. So Tesla's basically just like Apple. Apple makes it so that iPhone communicates perfectly with Apple Store, communicates perfectly with everything else they do. Tesla has done that with their cars. The problem with electric vehicles that I see is that all of them aren't communicating because they don't either have a common language or...
In 1,000 feet, use the right lane to turn right toward Huguenot Street.
So yeah, that's the thing. I've never been to this charger before. This is the first time I've ever gone to this charger. I have no idea what to expect when I get there. So, I'm going to obviously go to it. I'm going to take a look, and I'm going to see whether or not it's crowded. I could check the app to find out how many people are actually using the charger. But... hopefully I'll be able to just drive in, but I've never been here before, so I really don't know.
Use the right lane to turn right toward Huguenot Street, then turn right onto Huguenot Street.
If you say so. This place looks more crowded than I was expecting. This whole area looks more, but then again, it is the Bronx.
Turn right onto Huguenot Street, then turn left onto Harrison Street.
I really hate coming up here. Okay.
Turn left onto Harrison Street.
All right, so this is the actual place. This is the actual building, I should say. It's like right around here, so I'll go up a bit and take a look and see what this place actually looks like. That's the building right there, or those are the buildings.
In 500 feet, turn left onto LeCun Place.
These people look like tourists.
Turn left onto LeCun Place.
Yeah, so apparently this charger is at LeCun Place, and they're telling me, I guess with that red thing, that's exactly where the charger is, because that's how I actually searched it on the map. So let's see what this place looks like. I wonder, is it indoors?
In 800 feet, turn left onto Main Street.
You say so. I wonder, is it indoors? No, it should be right down here. I'm thinking it should be... Now, this thing is telling me that I can go into this place. New Rock City? What the? Well, this is a nice place. I could look around here for a little while.
Make a U-turn, then turn left onto LeCun Place.
Oh, no. Where's the charger? Where's the charger? Okay, let's see. Guest parking.
Turn left onto LeCun Place, then turn left onto Main Street.
Okay. So it's saying that all this shit is right here, but I don't see anything just yet. Let's look. I would imagine that it's all in here, but I don't understand. Shouldn't it all be on this one level? Unless the things are inside, I don't know.
Your destination is on the left.
Yes, one of these guys. In fact, this is weird. And that's another thing. It's like when you come to one of these things for the first time, you have no idea where it is. It's like sometimes it's outdoors, sometimes it's not. So it says, yeah, it says the EVgo charging station is right here, but where? All right, let's keep looking. I don't know if it's outdoors. Oh, shit! It's right here. Holy fuck. Okay. So, they got the new chargers. Oh, shit, look at this. I could just pull right in. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, holy shit. And I could pull right in, and I could pull right out. Look at this guy. Oh, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Look at this. Oh, my God. Look at this. Now, I'm only down to 231 miles, but I might as well recharge, while I'm here. What is this shit? What is this, CADILLAC? What is this? Okay, so it looks like some of these things are CADILLAC, and it looks like some of them are CCS. Okay, so I just got to find a CCS, and I can recharge to 100%. Oh. I'll be fucking goddamn. This is great. And the mere fact that this thing is inside also means that I don't need to run my air conditioner. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. Now all they need to do is stop spending money on Ukraine and Israel and build a couple more thousand of these, and then everybody will be able to go electric vehicle. Right? Wouldn't that be a brilliant idea? Stop wasting money on lost wars. Look at this guy. This guy's got a BZ4X. All right, let's see. Oh, this is perfect. Look at this. Ugh. And I have automated payment and 2 years free. Charging 3 easy steps. Yeah, okay. Oh, this thing looks a little... Yeah, this thing looks a little fucked up. This looks a little beat up a little. Let's see if it works. Yeah, this plastic's a little fucked. Let's see if it works. How many volts is this charger? Like, what is this? Oh shit! No, it does say CCS is unavailable. Yeah, the charger's fucked up. Okay, no big deal. I can come back. This charger's broken. The CADILLAC one seems like it works, but this CCS is a little fucked. Let's see if any of okay. All right, so that's not. Oh, hey, how you doing? You done on this? Okay. You came to check and see if it was charging? Yeah, I just found out this cable on this side was broken. I guess I gotta fix it. Okay. Unfortunately, I have plenty of power. These two seem to work fine. So there's 2 CCSs working. I don't know why they still bother with that CADILLAC shit. I really don't know. And I don't know if his works, but I have to find out. And then that one is missing a cable. And then that one over there, he's using it. That one works. I can come back. I'm pretty good.
You told me you was charging when I got over there. It's stopped now.
Is it still charging or not? It's not? Uh-oh. Huh. These guys are using these, so I'll go somewhere and I'll come back. What happened? Yeah, I don't really need it. I was just going to top it off. No, I was going to go somewhere and come back. But what happened? Is it working or not? Oh, you're going to check? Okay. Fire station. BBL. No, that's not a BBL. She's just heavy. All right, so Somebody's playing horrible music. The screen's not on.
Yeah, I know.
That's weird. What does your car say? Does your car say it's charging? It doesn't. All right. Yeah, I'll come back. All right. Well, at least I know these two work over here. So I'll just come back. Yeah, but I've got more than enough power. And if I needed more, I can go to the charger that's actually near me, because this place isn't that far away. All right. So. Wait, what? I'm sorry. What'd you say? It does charge. So it is working. It's just that the monitor doesn't work. Oh, okay. Huh? Yeah, I could look at the app, but yeah, I just wanted to see what would happen if I actually came. All right.
That was at 15%. 30 minutes? 35 minutes?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll be right back, because I got plenty of power. I'll be back. All right. Okay, so yeah, there's a couple of issues, but for the most part, there's 4 of them working. They need to get rid of that Chatty Mo bullshit. Like, Chatty Mo is stupid. It really is. I don't see the point in Chatty Mo. But the only car that uses Chatty Mo is like the Nissan Leaf. It doesn't make any sense. All right, so let's see. Where's this? Yeah, see, what I do is I normally keep this thing fully charged, typically, even if I know if I don't really need it. Ooh, what's this? We got Becky here? No, that's not Becky. What's that? This is Jamila. It's Jamila. Look at Jamila. Okay, so anyway, let's go down, I think, and out. I think it's down this way. All right, so this is not too bad. So at least I know where I am and where this place is. But what was I saying? Yeah, Chatty Mo doesn't make any sense. But what I usually do is, just in case I might have to go someplace that's far away, I always keep this thing fully powered up. So even though right now I still have 231 miles. Oh, look, and see, these are the Tesla charges. See, this is what I'm talking about. With Tesla, you pretty much know exactly what to expect every single time. And they've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, what is that? 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they got a nice number of those damn things. Look at somebody behind me. So it's like, you know, I have to say, Tesla has a pretty good system. I've always said that about them. That's one of the reasons why I buy and hold their stock. And I don't care about the dips. I don't even look at them. It doesn't matter. So at least I know where this place is. So if I want to come back here later, I can. I don't really need to. I could just as easily, I could charge nearer to where I live if I really want to. But I'm just glad to know where this place is. So I've never seen this area before, so I could explore it a little bit. Monroe College. Monroe College. Nobody's better at driving up student loan debt. Okay. I could look around this area a minute. So the actual appointment, or I shouldn't say appointment, the meeting that I have is at 7:30. Right now it's 1:18, so I've got plenty of time. It's no problem. So I could look around real quick, just look around this place. In fact, let's look here. Let's see what this thing can show me. River Street, Huguenot Street. And there's a mall. If I'm not mistaken, there's like a mall. Yeah, I got plenty of time. I'll come back here and I'll use the charger later. But I don't anticipate driving around this area too much. It's amazing. It's like when you leave New York City, it's like you go into a whole different, planet. I think that's not a Mustang Dark Horse right there. I thought it was, but it's not. Or at least that thing doesn't say Dark Horse. It's not a Dark Horse badge. Okay, so at least I know where I am. The Lofts at Newark. I know this place. I know I've been here before. There was a chick I used to know. And that's why there's a mall right here. Yeah, exactly. I've been here before. This is Newark. Yeah, I've been here before. There was a chick. In fact, that's the building right there. That's the building. There was a chick that I used to know, and she had an apartment here way back, like when we had that first housing crisis. Well, first housing crisis. But she lived here. I don't know if she still lives here because I haven't talked to her in years. Like, it's probably been like a decade or something. But I haven't talked to her in years, and she lived right there in this apartment building. She had a $500,000 apartment. And I was thinking to myself back then, I'm like, wait a minute, your apartment was $500,000? It's like, for that price, you could have bought a house. Chances are she probably still doesn't live there. Chances are. But there's a really nice mall, and we used to go to it. And that mall, I'm thinking, I guess that was the mall right over there. See, they've changed this area a little bit since the last time I've been here. Yeah. But this area has changed a lot. Like, all this development right there, all of this shit is new. Like, I don't remember that. All that's new right there. But see, this area is not that far away from New York City. So I know, because it's close to New York City, the rent and the mortgaging up here is still probably very high. It's probably higher than it was back when she got her apartment. And that was a cool apartment too, because that place they had a pool in there. They had the New York sports gym like right there. It was a pretty cool apartment. It was almost like this guy decided to wait until I turned the corner before he started walking. This is an only bus. A really nice mall. But they, other than that, I mean, there really isn't anything up here. They had a mall, they had a couple of shopping centers, same old corporate shit, like where you see the exact same stuff. It's like Target, a movie theater, Best Buy, it's the same old, like the corporated shopping center. And there's really nothing else up here. It's like, this is just a place where people just live. This chick got herself the big Audi. She got the Audi Q7. Yeah, there's really nothing else up here. It's just people. It's nice. Let's go this way. It's nice though. It's like most of the construction is new. Interesting. There's really nothing up here though. Not much at all. Okay, so I'm back, and this time we're gonna get her done. Wait a minute. This fucking guy is using the wrong one to charge, and this other person is... Okay, there's nobody at this other one, so I guess I'm in. Okay, so I'm using the second one. Okay. Alright, so this time we're gonna get her done. So we're at 227 miles, and we're gonna get her done. Here we go. Let's get her done. Hey. If I'm not mistaken, I think that guy just pulled into the one that... Oh, fuck. That was me. I pulled into the wrong one. I pulled into the one that doesn't work again. Okay, that's so stupid. Let me see. You know... Oh. Oh, you know what it is? I'm supposed to use this? Well, I guess I have to use this one. Okay. Alright. How about that? Ew. Brother, ew. What is that? What is that, brother? Brother, ew. Okay. Just wait for the light to turn green. Yeah, this should take about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Should be negotiating. Oh, yeah, right. I'm supposed to be looking at this one. Huh. It's the first time I came to this one. Yeah. Okay, good. Light's green. Beep is heard. We're ready to go. We're charging. Yeah. There's an Audi dealership right here in this building. I might go check it out, see what Audi's got. I'm fucking bored as fuck. Might as well. I'll do this first, and then I'll go down there because I have plenty of time. It's 2:23. I don't have the meeting until 7:30, so we're good. Yeah. In fact, I might take a couple of pictures. I don't know if anybody took any pictures of this thing to put on Google Maps. Take a couple. I like to get some wide-angle photos. Oh. Yes, this is interesting. I really like my car. It's like, me personally, I always buy silver because I just like silver. I like silver with big chrome wheels. It just stands out. I just like it. The only other car I would consider getting right now is a Mercedes S450, not the 500 or the 580, because I don't want a gas guzzler. But I would get the 500 only if the 450 was unavailable. But I'd wait until they do the hyperscreen dashboard. I wouldn't get the one they have right now because the center tablet is so boring. It's so Tesla-ish. All right, so basically, got here, plenty of energy to spare, topping off the car. I went to Taco Bell to get something for lunch. Oh, you see, this guy's at 94%. He's done, but I don't think. Well, I guess he's basically done. But this one is out of service because there's no freaking CCS cable, which is strange. That there's no CCS cable. This guy's at 94% on his Kia Niro, I think that is. So it says, what is this? He must have free charging credits because it says charge is unavailable for a cost. 17 kilowatts is the reduced energy input. He's at 51 kilowatt hours, so my guess is he finishes at about 52 or 53, and it's taken an hour and 15 minutes. It's not too bad. You figure it takes about an hour to go to 85%. Electrify America claims that what they're going to do is that they're going to start capping people at 85% because they want to make, people move faster, charge, and get off the tit. They want you to suck the milk and get off the tit. That's what they want you to do. But EVgo, I haven't heard them say anything about that. As far as I'm concerned, they don't need to say anything like that. But one thing I do know is when I am charging this thing at home during the third year of ownership, I will set the limit to about 85, and I will charge to 85, and then I'll stop it. Because that last, That last 20%, that last 20%, I think is actually more expensive and takes a lot longer. So it takes as much time to go from 0 to 85 as it does to go from 85 to 100. So, or I should say that last 15%, but it doesn't really go to 100. It goes to 307 miles. So, whatever. It's no big deal. I'm very impressed. I want the, you know, they need to fix that cable, and they need to fix that hand guard thing. But other than that, I'm relatively impressed. Okay, so here's my quickie review of this station. Oh my God, this guy, I thought this guy had already left. I think he was in that spot for about 1 hour and 30 minutes before this guy with this LYRIQ got in there right there. Because right now it's 2:42. But anyway, finally the guy with the black LYRIQ got in there. He's a TLC cab, so he drives that as a cab. And, you know, because of the fact that you're in stop-and-go traffic, for the most part, these things actually make very good cabs because you're constantly in stop-and-go traffic. Electric vehicles are at their least efficient when you're forced to just drive highway miles, but they're at their most efficient when you're inside the city. So anyway, there are a total of 6 chargers, and 2 of them don't work. One of them is Pranav, which has the broken handle, and the other one is Jacques, and Jacques has no CCS cable. Now, these are obviously older chargers, and I can tell simply because these actually do have CADILLAC. The new chargers that you've seen me make videos of at Target Westbury, those are the GM branded EVgo chargers, and the GM branded EVgo chargers only support dual CCS. They don't support CADILLAC. And frankly, because of the fact that CADILLAC for the most part is only used on like Nissan Leafs, as far as I'm concerned, we don't really need CADILLAC at all. But if they're going to keep making these chargers, they should always support dual CCS, and they might as well send these people who have Nissan Leafs or who may have a car that supports CADILLAC, get them an adapter. Because the reality is, there's not many standards when it comes to electric vehicles. Like, these people have their fender ports in different places, some in the front, some in the back. You know, they don't all require the exact same length of cable. So there's really not that many standards, but the one standard I think we've pretty much all agreed on is that all of these North American cars are CCS. Now, that may change in the future because I heard that they were planning to go to Tesla's NACS, the NACS standard. So if that does happen, then the future cars will all have NACS. But that's also assuming that those cars have been activated and will work on the Tesla supercharging network, which from what I know is supposed to ultimately happen. So I didn't really, as you could see, I really didn't have a problem. I got here, I had more than enough time. I had enough time to go have lunch and come back. I could have just waited here, but I didn't. So I'm here. I'm just about finished charging right now. I'm at 288 miles. In fact, the car will probably say, it says it'll be ready in 40 minutes, but that's usually never accurate because the speed increases and decreases as the charger's charging. So if it's 289 right now, I think it'll be ready probably in about 20 minutes. But I have nothing else to do until 7:30, so I'm just I'm gonna charge this thing. I'm gonna go park the car, and then I'm gonna go maybe peek into Audi for a minute. Like, you know, and I know as soon as I go in there, they're gonna, you know, jump to help me and everything. I'm gonna just tell them, listen, I'm just looking. I'm not interested in your cars. They're boring. I just have nothing else to do. So I'll go into Audi. Maybe I'll go into the mall. And by that time, it should be pretty much time to go to the meetup that I have. So, yeah, this is my first time here. Not too bad. I don't take road trips, so, you know, getting a chance to go and visit one of these chargers is actually, you know, interesting, because other than that, I wouldn't be here. Yeah, so, yeah, pretty good. Not bad. Okay, so I'm pretty much done. Pretty much done. And the other couple and their granddaughter left. I'm going to just get out and take a photo because I like adding photos to my Google reviews. So yeah, there you go. All right, so this charger's name is Billy. So you got Billy, Yuri. Man, just how they leave the chargers and shit on the ground. Yeah, this thing is heavy. Jesus Christ. Oh, no wonder why they left it on the ground. I think the top of it broke off. All right, so yeah, you got Billy, Yuri, Pranav, Al, Jacques, and then all the way at the end you got something else. What do you got? I can't read that shit. Can't see what it says. I think it says Chauncey. So I'm done. It's 100%. So I can stop. 30 kilowatts. Alright. It's easy, right? So keep in mind, if you'll buy one of them fucking Dodge Chargers, you're gonna have to deal with this shit. You're gonna have your Dodge Charger, you're gonna be sitting in your Dodge Charger waiting to charge. Oh, that's okay, I'll just buy a used Hellcat. Yeah, and the insurance company is they're gonna do a job on your ass. That's what they're gonna do. Alright. That was easy. This guy. That was easy enough. Yeah, you see? For me, this is a social experiment. I enjoy it. I love my car. If I had to do it again, I would still buy the same exact car if I had to do it all over again. Either that or a Mercedes S-Class. But, it's a pretty short list. Alright, so it's 3:05. I've got 4 hours to kill. So I think we'll go downstairs. Maybe see how what's going on downstairs. Alright. Just go downstairs, see what's going on down there. Because they got a nice mall here. And that guy took up both fucking parts. He was like, yeah, I don't want you next to me at all. Oh shit, wait a minute. You know what? This is the movie theater entrance. I'm gonna drive down to the lower floor because there's plenty of parks here. This was never a very crowded place. This is the movie theater entrance. Alright. Yeah, this was never a very crowded place. So maybe I'll just walk around, take a look around. I got 4 hours to kill, so I'm actually here quite early. Oh shit, you know what I just realized? I'm not supposed to be on this side. Oh well, it's okay. There's not too many people here, so it's not that bad. Residence Inn. Oh, there's a Marriott here. Park. New Rock Security Park's there. Okay. Yeah, there's plenty of parks. Park right over here. Oh. Could park where those Teslas were, but I don't see them. Let's see what. Oh yeah, these are the Tesla parks. There's no Teslas there. You got all those Teslas things, and there's no Tesla people. I could park. No, I can't park there because that's what it is. The Teslas have to park only there. I could park next to this truck. Yeah, why not? I don't think anybody's gonna. I don't think he'll be a problem. Yeah, that's fine. Besides, I'm probably safer next to him than I am just being in most of these other places. Oh shit! Wait a minute. No, I don't like that idea. It's too close. It's too close. I don't park next to these goddamn roaches. Anyway, oh, yeah. See, I don't want to park that close next to somebody. Okay, this is good. This is a small. Oh! I'll park on the opposite side. That's what I'll do. I'll park on. Oh, these fucking speed bumps. Why do you have speed bumps in here? Trying to fuck up my 22s? You're trying to fuck my 22s up. Playing? What's this guy doing? He looks like he's up to no good. What's he doing? What is this? Guest parking for the residents. Reserved for the residents. Violators only. Okay, I can't park there. Shit. Man, I might as well just park upstairs. This is exactly where I want to park, though. I wonder what the street parking is like. So they got everybody else parking up there. I don't want to park there. No, maybe I'll go out in the street. Take a look and see what the street parking looks like. Shouldn't be too bad. Oh, you know what? I just realized I ain't supposed to be here. Whoops! I'm not supposed to be here. I think I can go this way, though. Yeah, so that's not a big problem. Just go this way right here. Yeah, okay. Oh, well. Yeah, sometimes I hate being in these little parking lots. It's hard for me to make up my mind. So this is Audi of New Rochelle. Audi of New Rochelle. See what kind of new cars they got. Yeah, why not? After all, I've got a lot of time on my hands. I could go and take a look at their product. Ooh, this is a nice parking lot. Shit. This is pretty. Alright, let's go in there. Take a look at their cars. I'm gonna park my car right over here. And just leave it all alone, not bothering nobody. Okay, yeah. Park my car all by itself. All right. Okay, let's go in there. Oh, this is their showroom. Hi, how you doing? Good afternoon. Not yet, I'm just looking. Thank you. I will, absolutely. Thank you. Man, these cars are so boring. Do they have anything new? What's this? This is an RS7. $150,000. And it's supposed to be like really, really fast. I've seen a couple of these on the road. I remember when they were $130,000. The price went up. Price went up by about $20,000. What's this? This is the SQ8, 1639. Ooh, holy shit, that's pretty cool. They got the light. It says S on it. SQ8. So this is basically the equivalent of a Lamborghini Urus for the most part. It just doesn't say Lamborghini on it. And they want $103,000, $104,000 for this thing, which I find amazing considering Dodge is releasing their last Durango version in Quicksilver, and they want $113,000 for that shit. I'm like, you'd have to be out of your goddamn mind to pay $113,000 for a Dodge, much less one that is only really worth $80,000 at most. You know, hell, I wouldn't pay that kind of money for the Trackhawk. It's just dumb. Yeah. The SQ8. It's nice. I don't know. There's just something about Audis. It's just so generic. This is like, I like Mercedes interiors way better. It's nice though, but you know, the thing that kills me, especially about Audi, whether it's BMW, Audi, or Mercedes, is when they finally change the style and they obsolete one of these styles. Like, they obsolete it so hard until you have like no choice but to upgrade to something else. You really have no choice. I think I think that's a Q4 e-tron, if I'm not mistaken. I'll look at that in a second. This is $1,249 for an A8L, 2024 A8L. And of course they log those, so whatever. I'll look at another one. Yeah, I really don't want any help. I'm just kicking tires. So this is, I think this is I think this is a new Q4. Judging from its size, it could be a Q5, I don't know.
Is this it, sir?
No, thank you. Q4 Sportback. Oh, okay. So, it's a new interior. $376 miles. What is this? 65,000. So this is actually cheaper than, whoa. Oh wow, this is a lot of space in there. This is actually cheaper than my Cadillac was. 376 miles. Wow. And it does feel a little bit cheaper too. There's a lot of plastic and shit right here. But it's nice, actually. It's pretty spacious. This is a Q4? Holy shit. Of course, you're not sitting behind me. I don't know. This is pretty nice. I like this. Continuous guest. And it's plugged in, so I guess it can kind of run in demo mode. Okay, hold the key. Okay, right. This is nice. I'm amazed at how much space is in this thing. Like, I could drive this comfortably. It's got manual pull thing right there, and I'm guessing this stuff lights up right here. This is nice. Q4, huh? Heated seats, no cooled seats. See, you're right back to the bullshit with Audi. For the price that first of all, if you're a luxury car manufacturer heated and cooled seats should be standard. The only thing you should be making people pay more for is massage seats or rear seat packages. Heated and cooled seats should be standard up in the front of these stupid ass cars. But with Audi, it's always some bullshit. It's like, oh, well, you can get cooled seats, but it's part of a package. And then the package boosts the price. So the thing on the sticker, it says $65,000. But as soon as you add, like, that package, now you're up to, like, 75 or some shit. It's just, that's why I never, ever, ever liked the Germans. With the exception of Mercedes. Never liked the Germans. And Mercedes has learned, because now when you go and check out their cars, for the most part, their cars come with a lot of that stuff standard that you expect to be standard. But the rest of these guys, man, it's like they nickel and dime the shit out of you. And then these things have electrical problems. Vehicle. Charging is in progress. Daily use, 99.5%. Long distance, 100%. Oh, okay, so you can set it where you want it. You can set it where you want it to be. Yeah, so you can set it to 80%. That's where they pretty much recommend everybody goes, because it takes as much time to go from 0 to 85 as it does to go from 85 to 100. So they pretty much want you to stop somewhere around 80, 85. I'm actually amazed by this car. I had no idea this thing was this spacious. Up front anyway. In the back, this fucking thing is cramped. It would also be nicer if they got away from the gray interior. They need to do some lighter color interiors, because this gray is like depressing. It's like my car is white. I like white. I'm guessing that new Porsche Macan EV probably has very similar interior space to this. But then again, I looked at that at the New York International Auto Show. I didn't really spend a lot of time in it, but I know I did sit in it. This is actually pretty nice for $65,000. This is a Tesla Model Y performance competitor at that price. And then they're saying, what is it? This thing gets, they said, what, 365 miles? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. This is the shifter, so you push it up for reverse. I don't know how you get to neutral. I guess if you leave it in the middle, that's neutral, I guess. That's park, so that's the park right there. And drive is when you pull it back. So it says drive or B. I don't understand what B is. What is B? I don't know what B means. This is some type of radio power button. Okay, so the radio is on. Okay, I can hear it. I don't want it to be too loud. This is nice. This is, I'm actually impressed by this. This is actually pretty nice. Now, how do you turn? I don't want to turn the radio up too much. But how? I'm guessing there must be more lights around here. They're just not on. But this is nice. This is actually quite nice. Q4, huh? I wonder, where's the Q5? Because I would imagine the Q5 is a little bit bigger. That's pretty cool. Look at these guys in there selling their soul for a ninja loan. I am. I'm actually amazed how big this thing is.
Yeah, you're pretty tall.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Auto lighting. Okay. 376. So at a full charge, it's around 376. Now, I don't know how efficient it is on that 376, but that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. What was the Q5? Or the E-Tron 5? Let's go see. All right, let's see what's the back of this thing look like. Yeah, see, you ain't sitting behind me. That's actually pretty cool, though. If I had to choose between this or a Model Y Performance, I think I'd probably go with this instead of a Model Y Performance. That's pretty cool. I like that. Just to tell you the truth, their regular cars bore the shit out of me. It's only these cool. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. They got the SQ8, then they got the RSQ8. Ooh. How much is this? What is this? This is $137,000. So this is $150. This is $137. Okay, yeah, they got this one locked. It's got that tan interior. Yeah, that's nice. But you know, it's funny. There's so many of these damn cars on the road that if you had either of them, it would really take an enthusiast just to know that you're actually driving something special. Oh, I see. They got the sports stuff on this side. I think they have a side for e-tron. SQ8 and RSQ8. I want to see the front grille. Oh yeah, it's all black. And it's got those two weird things that looks like it's, you know, parking sensors. I think this one has a nicer front, but that grille is so strange. I like it in silver more, even though I know the RSQ8 is supposed to be better. Those are some big wheels. Jesus. What are those? Those are like 24s, man. No, I guess those are 22s. What kind of wheels are these? I can't see the wheel size. Some big wheels, though. Can't see the numbers. Where's the numbers on it? I can't see the numbers, but I'm pretty sure these are 22s. Not bad. RS7. Yeah, me personally, it's like I would only really want the Mercedes. I'm sorry. That I gotta say, the e-tron 4 is nice, but I don't know. That's the other one they have. It's got the yellow calipers like it's a Polestar. What's this? This is an e-tron Quattro. That's it. It just says e-tron Quattro. That's it. Yeah, it's nice, huh? I asked the guy, he said they don't have a Q5 e-tron. He said from the 4 you go up to the 8. I think I might check out the Mercedes-Benz that's nearby. Take a look and see what their stuff looks like. Yeah, it's right up the block, in fact. 307 miles. All right, let's go. She's out here walking the dog. You got to make sure the dog stays walked.
It's the only company I recommend. Call now, 800-258-7050.
Continue on US 1 North for 3/4 of a mile.
You got it. This looks like such a nice, quiet area. Look at this, another Corvette. Nice and silver. I like silver. And turn this shit off. Oh, yeah, fucking copyright. Yeah, one of my uncles just got himself a Range Rover. Me personally, I wouldn't have, but if that's what he likes, those things have horrible reliability. And a Rivian. Oh yeah, this is a Tesla service center. Apparently they service Rivians too. Corvettes. Lots of Corvettes, red and black. It's a slow Marrow. Chevy SS super slow. It's a nice place. We're gonna go around these slow ass cars. Oh, yes, I can. Bye, guys. Honda. Nothing going on there. Mazda. Okay, nothing going on there. That's boring. Everything's so boring.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Sunhaven Drive.
Oh, we got Hyundai. Right there. They got Mercedes. Mercedes. Huh? See if they have anything nice. Except those EQSs. They're struggling to sell.
Turn left onto Sunhaven Drive, then turn left.
It's a nice dealer. It's a little cramped in there. Shit looks as cramped as the one in Thailand.
Turn left, then turn left.
Yeah. Thank you.
Turn right, then your destination will be on the left.
You got it. Yeah, so on the main floor, they just got a C-Class, another C-Class. They got a couple small cars down here. So you gotta go upstairs to see the real stuff. They hide the real stuff. They got the loaners on here. All right. This isn't as nice as the Mercedes in my neighborhood. Ours is much nicer. Okay. I hope your cars work better than your elevators. What we got back here? This is an E-Class on the elevator. Yeah, this is an E-Class. Holy shit, I'm almost afraid to step in here. This is a freaking elevator. That's kind of scary. I'm sure it can support both of our weight, but Jesus, it's so scary. Whoa, fuck that. No. Nope. Okay, so let's go this way. All right, let's see. They don't have any S-Classes, and we got this boring E-Class, EQS. They have an EQS or EQE right here. I guess these are all the certified pre-owns. Oh, no, these are deliveries. These are sold. Sold. Something about this old C-Class AMG. Interesting. So what kind of E-Class was this? I have to say the new E-Classes are really nice. I haven't seen too many of them on the road though. $69,905. This has a fucking turbo 4-cylinder. Goddamn. That's just sad. $70,000. And it doesn't... This one does have the super screen. $70,000 actually is not too bad though. But this is an E350 though. Oh, 4-cylinder. That's pretty cool. That one's got a bow on it. Got a couple chargers in here. Yeah, not much going on right here. They need to update some of these cars. Now this E-Class is actually pretty nice, but my car is bigger than this car inside. That's why you have to get the S-Class. You really don't have a choice. It's like either you go with the E-Class and you get a smaller car, or you go with the S-Class and you get a car that's just very, very big. You know? $70,000. That's actually cheaper than my Cadillac was. I guess the lease on that's probably about $8.99 a month. Nice. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, I just took the guy's card. I was talking to him for a minute. You know, my uncle just got one of these S-Classes in green, and me personally, I would like to get one in silver. But again, I don't want a gas guzzler. I like having an electric. If I could get that fucking car in electric, I'd be so happy. But I don't want the EQS because I don't like the way it's sized. I don't like the interior space. It's just not big enough. This is an EQE, so you know it looks just like the EQS. I don't know what they were thinking when they made that car. Like, I wish I could go to these companies and help them stop fucking up designs, but apparently they're doing just a great job on their own. Apparently. Yeah. So. They don't have a whole lot of inventory. It's basically like a lot of small cars. All right, so 3:55. I still have what? I still have 3 hours and 30 minutes. Okay. I don't know where to go next. Maybe I'll go see if there's a mall or something.
In a quarter mile,
Seems nice and quiet up here.
turn right onto River Street.
Seems really nice and quiet up here. Like you just chill out.
Use the right lane to turn right onto River Street. In a quarter mile, use the right 2 lanes to turn slightly right onto Cedar Street.
Not much going on up here. Stupid fly. Get out of here. Off my window. I've heard EV adoption, especially in the cities, has absolutely grown. It's very easy for you to see that. In fact, Tesla's everywhere. BZ4X. Toyota's been selling the hell out of these goddamn BZ4Xs. Like, I don't know. They must have had a big sale on those damn things. And of course, hybrids are doing well too. Like the Prius. Thing about it is that Prius, like, I see those, but I see them very rarely. I think the problem is, despite the fact that it is the newest Prius, it's the best Prius ever made, I think the problem is SRT. I think the problem with the Prius is it's still a small car. See, that BZ4X is a full-sized crossover. And I think nowadays most people are going for crossovers rather than going after these,
Continue straight onto Memorial
compact sedans. Oh shit, you can hear that thing from all the way over here. What is that? That guy's got a bunch of fucking turbos on his hood.
At the traffic circle, take the first exit onto Norman Rockwell
That looks terrible. he's got like 3 or 4 turbos like just coming out of the front of the engine. I mean, come on, really? See, that's the kind of shit you gotta be careful with, because somebody will steal your fucking car just for the parts, because they can see the parts. You gotta be so careful with that shit. It's a very
600 feet, turn left onto
interesting
Lincoln
area here.
Turn left onto Lincoln Avenue.
Oh, that's a nice blacked out Expedition.
Continue on Lincoln Avenue for 1.5 miles.
This is definitely a nice area. This is pretty nice. It's kind of like Yonkers, basically. New Rochelle. Looks a lot like Yonkers. And what are we waiting for? Daycare. These are those colonial style houses. Almost feels like you're not even in the same state anymore. It's like when you go to like Rhode Island. Am I? Oh, okay. I could see right through this guy's window. I could see his television. This is pretty nice. Oh, that guy's got powered gates on his house. Holy shit, you drive up to his house, that shit, the gates open and shit. It's a nice house. Yeah, it's a decent property, very nice. A lot of plants and everything. That's nice. That's real nice. Oh, that's awkward. The New Rochelle, the hometown. Looks like a nice place to own property, actually. I mean, you're not too far from New York City. You still got to pay a toll just to get to it, though. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, closing in on the place. They got some nice houses here. It's a really nice neighborhood. They could do something about these goddamn streets. Fix these streets up, but some nice properties up here. That looks like a new construction, in fact, right there. It's not bad. I don't think I'd want to live all the way up here. This is like the sticks. It's nice though. It's very nice. It's very quiet. Very nice. That's my cue. It's a school.
In 600 feet, turn left onto Southfield Road.
This is pretty nice. This is a school.
Turn left onto Southfield Road.
Very nice. Very nice. Hey, look, there's a black squirrel. Just in time for that new video game, Squirrel with a Gun. I don't know. Is a black squirrel supposed to be like bad luck, like a black cat? I just don't know. Black squirrel. I wish Ed Gun Leshy was here. He'd take care of him. But you gotta watch out. There's a new video game called Squirrel with a Gun. Oh, there's 2 black squirrels. 2 of them. Holy shit, these bastards are multiplying out here. Squirrel with a Gun. They'll try it. They'll do anything in these video games. It's ridiculous. Look at this guy out here. This guy needs to go back inside and put a shirt on. It's like, I can't have you out here like this scaring the children, bro. I don't care if you are retired. You need to go back inside. Look at this guy. That's the type of guy right there who the cops roll up on him and he's sitting there with a shotgun and they tell him, drop the gun, and then they unload on him. It's like, you better be careful out here, sir. I think you need to put a shirt on, bro. He's scaring the children. Okay, so I felt like it was a little bit of time to do some learning. And it's about this phrase, childless cat ladies. Now, obviously, we heard this phrase used recently because they were using it as an attack on J.D. Vance, comments that he made a long time ago. And more recently, what they've tried to do is they've tried to adopt the term in order to make it lose its stigmatism. So first of all, let's understand a little thing about the history of the childless cat lady. So as you can see here, there's a picture. Edith Bouvier Bell at her home, Grey Gardens, in January 1972. That's really not that long ago. New York. A 1975 documentary by that name explores the reclusive lives of Belle and her mother living in their dilapidated house with over 50 cats. Now, first of all, let's understand dilapidated house. What that means, this house is falling apart. Why is this house falling apart? Well, there's no man to do the work to repair the house. Now, whether you want to argue that, she should have been married or she should have had sons or something and they should have been the handymen around the house. The other issue is that even if there weren't sons or a husband to do that work, they didn't have the money to pay another man from a construction company to come and do the work. So the house is dilapidated and they're surrounded by 50 cats, over 50 cats. All right, so anyway, it says Republican vice presidential nominee Senator J.D. Vance's criticism of prominent Democrats as childless cat ladies has unleashed fury among women. No. It's unleashed fury among childless cat ladies. The women are the ones who have the husbands, and they didn't give two shits about what J.D. Vance said. As far as they're concerned, he's probably right. So anyway, with many now reclaiming the age-old sexist trope as a call to action this election season. So basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to own what J.D. Vance is saying. They're trying to make a joke out of it. You remember that term, pussy hats? You remember that term? You remember somebody said that. I'm trying to remember who said it. I can't remember who actually started that term, but what I do remember is that the left immediately started going out and buying hats that were shaped. They called them pussy hats, if you remember that. So that's basically all they have. Right now, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, they have nothing to run on. They have no accomplishments at all. They could try to, we lowered the price of prescription drugs. Yeah, but you raised the goddamn price of everything else. Gas prices are up. Bacon prices are up. Beef prices are up. Alcohol prices are up. Milk prices are up. The price of every fucking thing under the US dollar is up. But you can't argue with these people on MSNBC and CNN because, they're behind the television and you're not. They have no accomplishments whatsoever. So they're trying to run behind two things. They're trying to run behind this childless cat lady comment. And they're also trying to run behind 2025, Project 2025, which is some shit that they made up and then they decided to run behind it. It's in debate etiquette, they call that a straw man. What you do is you set up a straw man and then you beat him down with attacks. So again, in a debate, what you do, you have nothing else. You have no accomplishments. You got nothing to talk about. So what you do is you set up a false belief about your opponent and then you attack that. So like, for instance, let's say I was debating my neighbor. And let's say I didn't like my neighbor and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use an ad hominem attack on him that he can't get from around. So, okay. So, it's my turn. Frankly, Bob, I'm running against you because I don't think people like you should be allowed to own child porn. And Bob is like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? I don't have no child porn. So what you do is you keep attacking the child porn. And you'd be like, yeah, so when I'm president, we're going to make child porn illegal. And he'd be like, wait a minute, what the hell are you talking about? It's so hard to disprove a negative That's the problem. So you set up a straw man and then you attack him. Fucking Project 2025. Let me tell you something. Trump probably doesn't know anything about what the fuck you're talking about when you're talking about that. First of all, you already know that he personally did not sit down and write anything. You know that. This man does not do that. Whoever came up with this, whether they were a Republican or a Democrat, you just know that the left is attacking that because all it does is it helps cover up for the fact that they have no accomplishments at all. They have no accomplishments. Housing prices are sky high. You've got these people, oh yeah, well, they're talking about lowering interest rates. And then you ask them, well, who's talking about lowering interest rates? Oh, I don't know, them. No, the person's name is Jerome Powell, and he works at the Federal Reserve as the chairman. Oh, okay, yeah, well, they're talking about lowering interest rates. Really? Lowering them from what to what? Do you even know what the interest rates are? What you do know is that they're so high that you can't afford to go out and use your credit card because between the price of the MSRP going up and then on top of that, the price of your money being worth less, you try to use your credit card, you're going to get bills at the end of the month that are going to choke your ass. You can't argue with these people. They sit and they watch MSNBC and CNN all goddamn day. That's all they do. That's all they do. They don't do anything else. Most of them are geriatric. These are old people. Oh, they're going to take away Social Security. First of all, they're not going to touch Social Security. That's a tax, number one. Number two, the cost of living increases alone are going to make your Social Security check worth nothing. Or it's going to make it so that you're going to have to go back to OnlyFans in order to make more money even after you thought you were going to live a comfortable retirement. It's not going to happen. Okay, I digress. Let me get back to the story. It says, in a 2021 interview with Fox News host Tucker Carlson, then Senator candidate Vance complained that the U.S. was being run by Democrats, corporate oligarchs, and a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and choices that they've made. And so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too. It's just a basic fact. You look at Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, AOC, the entire future of the Democrats is controlled by people without children. And that's a very good point. That's a very good point. Vance continued, and how does it make any sense that we've turned our country over to people who don't really have a direct stake in it? And that's actually a very good point. Okay, let's see. Video of the interview resurfaced on social media last week, as did an unrelated 2021 tweet in which Vance used the term weird cat ladies as an insult. So now look what they've done. They've taken the word weird and anything the Republicans say or talk about, they say it's weird. Yeah, you know what I think is weird? I think putting men in women's bathrooms is weird. I think putting men in a boxing ring with women, I think that's weird. You know what I think is weird? I think suggesting that we're putting female hygiene products in men's bathrooms, I think that's weird. That's what I think is weird. The only thing that bothers me so much about the Republicans is that they don't sound like me. They should be fighting a fucking war with these people. They don't come out swinging. As far as I'm concerned, let me tell you something. I don't watch boxing for the sport. I watch boxing to watch somebody get knocked out. As far as I'm concerned, two of you step in the ring, one of you steps out. It's Mortal Kombat. That's what this is. You know how people play Street Fighter and they play, what is that stupid shit? Smash Brothers? Nuh-uh. I don't play anything where the other guy is still standing at the end of the match. If the other guy's still standing, this ain't a game I'm playing. I'm just not playing it. Now, well, that's not nice. That's not fun. Yeah, no, it's not about fun. This is fucking war. That's what this is. It's not a friendly fucking conversation. It's not. This is war. The other side has to be eliminated. That's how you have to deal with them. Because at this point, they're literally attacking the ground you're standing on. This is not a debate. This is not a friendly conversation. When he got in that debate with Biden and he tore him apart, Trump wasn't even, in my opinion, he wasn't even throwing half of the attacks at him that I would have thrown at him. I would have eaten Biden's ass alive. Like I would have chewed that turkey up and spit him out. So Trump let Biden off easy and gentle. Biden destroyed himself just by getting up there on that camera and basically not being able to say anything of any substance. I don't care what these debate reviewers say. Trump lied 1 billion times. Yeah, we'll add another billion to it. Who cares what you counted? The reality is Biden destroyed himself by getting up there. He should have, first of all, they should have never even had that debate. Simply because neither of them had been chosen as the official nominee yet. That debate should have never happened. Now that Trump is 50-50 against Kamala Harris, he doesn't have to agree to anything. Like this whole, because what they're going to want to do is they're going to want to try to get him into one of those, if they want to call it a debate, they're going to want to try to get him into a trap where, oh yeah, well, we're, fact checking. You ain't fact checking me. Fuck you. And so, no, I ain't agreeing to nothing. How about that? So, I don't know what it's going to look like. I have no idea how many debates there's going to be. But frankly, if it was me, I wouldn't agree to anything. I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm trying to destroy you. I'm not trying to be. This is not a friendly debate. It's not a friendly debate. I'm not trying to. We're not going out for beers later. I don't know what they think this is. I don't know what they think this is. This is not a friendly conversation. So anyway, where are we? Vance was already facing scrutiny as former President Trump's newly minted running mate, in part for a stance on various family policies. Now, mind you, J.D. Vance has an Indian wife, and he's got 3 kids. So, as far as when it comes to taking advice about family planning, I would defer to him. I really would. Because first of all, he's already proved to me that he has what it takes to be a passport bro. And second of all, he's proved to me that he has what it takes to have the right number of children to make sure that his name sticks around and his genealogy sticks around for a little while. You have to have at least 3 kids. Most of these people, they only got 1. They got 2. The women are getting pregnant later and later and later in life, 30s, 40s. And then they wonder why so many women are having geriatric pregnancies and dying on these tables. Oh, it's racism. No, it's not. You're old and you're fat. It's like, that's not racism. If you were, how should I say it? Let's say if you were 18, 19, 20, and you were pregnant at those ages, or 22, 25, and you go into the hospital and, oh, they're not giving me good care and they're paying me no attention and blah, blah, blah. But that's not what the reports are showing. The reports are showing they 40, 45, 50, they going in there. The poor baby, the baby, the fetus that's in there can't even breathe because of all that weight and heat that's on top of it. And they're trying to blame somebody for that. I'm like, my question is, when are these doctors going to grow a spine and publish a book that says, stop waiting till you, like, this is what I would do. If I was the leading doctor, OBGYN, whatever, if I was the leading doctor in pediatric, OBGYN, obstetrics, whatever it is, I would publish a book that says, stop waiting till you're old to have children. And that would be the name of the book. Or maybe I'd make it, before you have children, make sure that you're not obese, like lose weight first. But they'll never do that because these guys are spineless. Like they're doctors, they're surgeons, but they have no spines. It's like, insert a spine in your back, and this way you'll have the energy that it takes to say what needs to be said. But at this point, these people are scared. These people are like scary. I don't know what it is. So anyway, where does it say? It says, it says he has called falling U.S. birth rates a civilizational crisis. Now, how long have I been talking about falling birth rates, fertility rate? How long have I been talking about that? I've been talking about that for a while, haven't I? Mostly because, like, I was looking at Asia, Southeast Asia, and using it as an opportunity for the passport bros, right? And he advocated in recent years that adults without children should pay higher taxes and have fewer voting rights. Now, the logic behind that is that, first of all, you already do pay higher taxes if you have no children. They call it the singles tax. I covered that a long time ago. They say that if you have no children, you're going to pay higher taxes. Part of that is because, obviously, if you have no children, then you don't qualify for the tax credits, the child tax credits, for example. have fewer voting rights, in my opinion, that would require you to re-examine the voter rights laws. You'd have to actually go into the Constitution for that. I don't think anybody's going for having fewer rights, but the thing about it is, he suggested it. I don't think that's something that you should be saying aloud, even if it's what you believe. But the bottom line is, the Voter Rights Act pretty much says like one person, one vote. But what these people are trying to do is they're literally trying to wipe out the Electoral College, and they're trying to seed all of these red states with blue state people who couldn't make it. So when you can't make it here in New York, we used to send you down to Atlanta, Georgia, or let's say you were retired, we used to send you down to Florida. And at this point, now we're just sending people everywhere because nobody can afford to stay here, with the exception of those of us who can afford to stay here. So what we're doing is we're slowly flipping these other states' electoral colleges. We're slowly turning them from red to blue simply because we keep sending them our trash that couldn't make it for the most part, or our retirees. We're sending them there, and then they start voting liberal because they realize, wait a minute, this place is barren. They ain't got nothing here. So they start voting for, higher taxes and spending money in order to improve social services. That's on them. I live in this state. I don't have control of these other people's states. They can do whatever they want. I honestly don't care. I don't even vacation in these other states. I'll take my money to the other side of the world and live like a king in Bali or the Philippines before I'll go down to Florida and accept that substandard beach water or the substandard people down there. I'm and the sinkholes and the alligators. I'm not dealing with it. So anyway, and his cat lady comments amplified online by Vice President Harris, who is a childless cat lady. Yes, she's married to a guy, but those aren't her kids. Let's see. Presidential campaign did not land well. Well, it should. You need to, my thing is, you should double down on what you said. You shouldn't apologize. I wouldn't apologize for it. I wouldn't back away from it. I would double down on it. Maybe then you could get some of these masculine feminists to grow a spine and recognize, like, wait a minute, this guy's right. It's like, why would we hand the keys to the country over to a bunch of childless cat? Why would we do that? That's just stupid. So anyway, what does it say? First, many took issue with the accuracy of his comments. Harris is the stepmother of 2 children, now in their 20s, who famously call her Mamala. What? Donald Trump should start using that. He should call her Mamala or Kamala. But whatever. This is just so stupid. Their biological mom, Kirsten Imhoff, has publicly decried the baseless attacks. Excuse me, Kirsten, you've got really nothing to say because you're not in the picture. You've already done your damage to those children, so no, you got nothing to say. Baseless attacks and credited Harris for being a loving, nurturing, fiercely blah, blah, blah. Perfect, blah. Ella Imhoff, one of Imhoff's daughters, also defended her stepmom in a post on social media, writing, I always love my 3 parents because they're my favorite girls. I always love my stepmom. Anyway, whatever. And Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, whom Vance also name-checked, announced a month after that interview that he and his husband, Chasten, had become parents to 2 twins. Really? Who's the mom? Chasten? Buttigieg told CNN last week that Vance made those comments after Chasten and I had been through a fairly heartbreaking setback in our adoption journey. Yeah, basically you went to the adoption agency, they took a look at both of you and they said, no way. Okay, anyway, he couldn't have known that, he added. But maybe that's why you shouldn't be talking about other people's children. Who was talking about somebody's children? He didn't talk about nobody's children. He was talking about your cats. Anyway, Vance doubled down after backlash from both sides of the aisle. Shut up! That sentiment was shared by many who were stung by Vance's comments, including in the worlds of politics and entertainment. Now, mind you, all this bullshit is coming from NPR. So they, as far as I'm concerned, these are straw men that they're setting up. In fact, they're not only setting up straw men, they're setting up straw crowds. That's like me saying, if I was out in public and somebody called me a name, I could always say, not only did you offend me, you offended all these other people. I just made these other people up. And maybe they do exist, but as far as I'm concerned, you made them up. So anyway, critics include former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, actor Whoopi Goldberg, and TV personality Meghan McCain, who tweeted that Vance's comment caused real pain and have been activating women across all sides. Chelsea Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg is incensed about anything that the other side says, and she's on The View with her bullshit. And I actually watch that nonsense and listen to everything they say. It's all garbage. They all clap like hens at anything that gets said. Oh, yeah, he definitely going to jail. He should be interested in a black job because he's going to jail. Clap, 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 like a bunch of seals. So anyway, even some conservative figures like South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham, that guy is a clown. I can't wait till he loses his seat to a better Republican. That guy's a joke. And Fox News host Trey Gowdy have publicly shaded Vance's remarks. Trey Gowdy, to me, acts like he's Matthew McConaughey, except he's just not as cool. Okay, so anyway, intended targets aside, many critics see the cat lady term as an insult to the growing number of women who don't have kids. Well, here's a question. Why don't you? Why don't you? It's not because there aren't enough men. Because right now, the vast majority of men are single, childless. Isn't that kind of funny? Right now, the majority of men, especially boys between the ages of 18 and 35, are more single, more childless, and more unmarried than ever before. So what they want to do is they want to blame the MGTOW movement, to which I would say, why is there a MGTOW movement? Could it be because there's a problem with the women? Oh, no, it's never the women's fault. It's always the men's fault. Always. So no matter how this turns out, it's the men's fault that the women are childless cat ladies. No matter how this turns out, because that's what they do. What they do is they point at you and say you're the problem, right? And that's what they do. That's all they do. When the Passport Bros movement came out, what did they do? Oh, you guys are predators, and you going overseas to take advantage, and blah, 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 blah. Then, when we saw the videos of them going to Africa and them going to the Caribbean, the women, what did we see? We saw rafts with women being butted up like turkeys and hams, and they're taking advantage of these poor Caribbean men, soliciting those men, asking for them to use trash bags as protection. Really? And they're talking about the men. They have a term for that in psychology. Like if you ever take Psychology 101, they teach you that like right away. That's like one of the first things you learn. That what some of these people will do is they will impart their own misgivings about themselves, and they'll impart all of their evils and their sins on somebody else. Deflection. Deflection, basically, if you say something bad about them, they're going to try to deflect the comment, and it's going to go somewhere else. That's number one. The other one is where they literally put all their predilections on you. And that's what they do. That's all they do. The more you listen to them, just like when they were, the Republicans, they're a threat to democracy. Wait a minute. Y'all tried to keep Trump off the ballot. And then when you realize your own Joseph Biden, when you realize that this guy couldn't run because he was demented, what did y'all try to do? Y'all wouldn't even give him the dignity of trying to use the 25th Amendment against this man. What y'all did was y'all performed a coup d'etat on him. And you're trying to install Princess Kamala. That's all you do. What bothers me is the Republicans, they should be calling these people out all day long, every day. Fox News is not good at it. They're not. I don't watch Fox News very much. But when I do, I'm actually disappointed in the levels of attacks that as far as I'm concerned, they're at attack level 1, and I'm at attack level like 11. I want to get on there and fight all day long. But these guys, Sean Hannity, he's old. He's boring. I'm sorry. He's just boring. It's like you got that guy, what is that guy? Will Calmajority. That guy's boring. And he takes too long to get to the point. It's just boring. It's like these people are not fighting the way that I think they need to be fighting. Because see, I just want to knock the other side out. I just want to knock them out. I'm not trying to stand here and let you rope-a-dope me and shit, and I get tired and then you knock me out. No. I'm trying to knock you out in the first round. But they're just not there. It's like they're boring. Everything's so boring now. But anyway, where are we? Gun control advocate, activist, and former Representative Gabby Giffords. Yeah, she's the one who got shot through the side of the head. Who survived an assassination attempt in 2011, tweeted that she and her husband. Now, here's a question. You know what's funny? Everybody's up there saying that what happened to Trump didn't happen and it's a setup and everything. Meanwhile, they present this woman who literally, they claim the bullet went right through from one side of her head through her head to the other side and out. And she's busy tweeting. And nobody even thinks twice about that. Thank God she's still here. Like, huh? Anyway. Mark Kelly, whose name has been floated as a potential VP candidate. We're trying to have a baby through in vitro fertilization. Before I was shot and that dream was stolen for us. Here's a question, lady. Why did you need in vitro fertilization? Maybe you should have done this while you were younger. But anyway, to suggest we are somehow lesser is disgraceful. No, he called you a childless catwoman. He didn't say nothing about you lesser. He didn't say nothing you're more. He said you're a childless catwoman. That's what he said. Where are we? Actress Jennifer Aniston. Oh, God. So what do? They pull up the whole cavalcade of these people who has spoken about her own fertility struggles, wrote on social media that she hopes Vance's daughter's lucky. Oh, God. Well, no, Vance should say back, yeah, my daughter's going to have her children young. Anything else? That's what he should. These people don't fight. It's like, what are y'all doing? Y'all should be right at the window with a baseball bat, ready to fight. What are y'all doing? You can't even let these people talk about you like this. You guys should be with brass knuckles, just ready to go. But I don't know what's wrong with these people. It's so boring. Anyway, I hope she will not need to turn to IVF as a second option, Aniston wrote, because you are trying to take that away from her too. Vance slammed Aniston's remarks in an appearance on the Megyn Kelly show. I do appreciate Megyn Kelly because Megyn Kelly is constantly on the internet fighting. I do appreciate her. It's saying that they were disgusting because my daughter is 2 years old and that even if she did have fertility problems down the road, I would try everything I could do, I would try everything I could do, try to help her. I think you missed a word. I would try everything I could. I would try everything I could try to do to help her. You guys are horrible editors. Because I believe families and babies are a good thing. I believe families and babies are a good thing. I really do. I believe in family. I talk all the time about passport bros getting superior families from overseas. I talk all the time about it. Families having children, a beautiful thing. Meanwhile, like here's my thing. I go overseas. I'm looking And all these families, these children, I'm even talking to them. You saw it in some of my videos. I'm talking to these fathers. I'm talking to these mothers. How many children do you have? Blah, blah, blah. And they're telling me, oh, yeah, I have 3 children. Oh, yeah, I have 3 children at home. And I'm thinking about that. And I'm like, yeah, soon I'm going to have to go back to my country where people are literally fighting for the right to kill their children. It's like incredible. And I live in a country where people literally leave their children in roasting cars during the summer. Like, it's just astounding. Like, it's like, I travel so much and I see all these other cultures. They would never think of such things. I come home and I was taking this defensive driver course, for example, and they said like there's lots of children every single year that get left in cars and they get roasted because the internal temperature of a car can hit like 130 or something like that. And I'm like, how could these people do this? It's just incredible. And they're worried about a goddamn cat. Vance defended his comments on Kelly's show, saying he was not criticizing people who don't have children, but rather the Democratic Party for being anti-family and anti-child. Very good. Nice comeback. I didn't hear anybody talk about it, but it was a good comeback. Vance's comments are likely to alienate single women. Maybe they are, but what good are they? Because they're going to vote for Kamala anyway. So my thing is, if I already know that you're going to most likely vote against me, then I'm not really trying to get your vote. It's a waste of my time. The thing about it is, the platform that the media and the corporate media and the corporate Democrats have set up for Kamala Harris, they make it appear that Kamala deserves to be president simply because she's a woman. You can't ask her anything about her policies. You can't ask her anything about what she's done in office for the last 3 years. You can't ask her anything about the border because apparently she knows nothing about border czarring or nothing like that. But she deserves to be president simply because she's a woman. Well, they continue to cast women in these movies, and they cast them as the stars simply because they're women. It's like I was having this conversation about Alien Romulus and how they took this woman and made her the star, but because just like Alien Covenant, she was so forgettable and she was basically disposable. What ended up happening, however, in that movie was, I don't want to spoil it, but there's a guy who plays basically an autistic robot, and this autistic robot steals the show because he actually was a better actor. It had nothing to do with gender. It's just that his acting was more captivating. So it's like with this gender politics stuff that they're doing, they're just putting people in positions whether they deserve to be there or not. They call it DEI. They call it affirmative action. What was it? Daisy Ridley, I believe, in Star Wars. Daisy Ridley, I believe. Yeah, Daisy Ridley, who played Rey. It's like she never even held a lightsaber, and she's beating down Kylo Ren, and she's beating down everybody else with a lightsaber. I'm like, wait a minute. You don't even know how to fight. Like, how did this happen? You're using the Force you know nothing about. But this is what they're pushing on us now. This is what they're pushing on us now. I'm pretty sure. I know that there's going to be a female president someday. I only hope that whoever it is deserves to be there. And Kamala, I'll tell you like this, Hillary deserved to be there more than Kamala does. But they're forcing this on us. They're trying to coronate a princess. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Comedian Chelsea Handler, who does not have children, everybody doesn't have children, who noted in a video response that even the nation's founding president, George Washington, didn't have biological kid. You know why? George Washington was busy fighting a war. I don't know if you know anything about that. Sometimes when, you're a soldier and you're busy fighting, I don't know, a revolutionary war, chances are you probably don't have time to be, having children. Because, I'm out here killing enemies of the country and the state. Maybe I don't have time for this. It's not that George Washington said, yeah, you know what, I'm going to stay in school and I'm going to drive up student loan debt until I'm in my 40s and then I'm going to get ready to have children. No, that's not what he did. He was busy fighting a war against the British, the king, the guy over there that I don't bow down to. That guy who tried to tax us and then we took his tea and threw that shit in the water. You know that guy? He was busy fighting a war. There's a total difference. There's a huge difference. It's disgusting. Freaking I had enough. I can't read anymore of this bullshit. I had it. What I will say, however, is I found this is interesting. One day ago, apparently Oprah made a comment about childless cat women, claiming basically that she was one, but yeah, I'm a billionaire, so I guess I'm better than all the other ones, I guess. And apparently this lady was pictured when Oprah said it. So Oprah said something about childless cat lady. I'm not going to play it because I honestly don't care what she says. But it says, when Oprah says childless cat lady and the camera's on you, and apparently the camera was focused on this woman, Teresa Warman has 2 cats, a pair of rescued Himalayans with long silver manes and pink noses. Snow White, 10, is queen of the house. Warman says, thrives on structure, detests loud noises. I can understand that. I hate loud noises. Oscar, a year younger, follows his older sister around the house, bugging her to snuggle when she wants to be left alone. Yeah, okay. Oh, and she also has a dog, a Pomeranian named Gatsby. But he thinks he's a cat, too. The 32-year-old member of the Maryland House of Delegates lives with her pets and her husband in Bethesda. This woman, Miss Warman, is 32. 32. Warman, in other words, is a childless cat lady, which is exactly what she looked like when TV producers for the Democratic National Conventions cut to her during Oprah Winfrey's speech Wednesday night. The entertainment mogul had been talking about the democratic spirit of helping one another. The idea of rescuing someone from a house on fire without a thought to their race, religion, or sexual orientation. I thought we were talking about cats. What are we talking about here? This is stupid. No, we just try to do the best we can to save them. And if the place happens to belong to a childless cat lady, well, we try to get that cat out too. Okay, right. So this right here is Teresa Warman. I don't need to read this whole thing because it's really not worth the time. Whatever the effect of the visual juxtaposition, the juxtapositions Warman took it in stride. So she considers it a juxtaposition that when Oprah said this thing about the cat ladies, they showed her. Like, could you imagine the cameraman? And he's like, yeah, childless cat lady, let me see if I can find one. Boom, right there. And I got her. And then now you're up there. That's terrible. I was already really excited about this whole week, she says. This has made it even more fun. So you consider this fun? If they had done that shit to me, I'd be ready to sue whatever channel that was. I'd sue them all. And I'd say they were making fun of me. I would call them racists. And I'd say this is racist. And I'd get some money out of it. So look at it. Her cats are not even happy to be there. Look at them. See, you got to understand something about cats. Cats prefer to be out in the wild. Cats, supposedly, they have a switch in their brains that when they're domestic, all you got to do is put them outside and the switch goes on and they become not domestic. They become wild again. Not only that, if you have a dog in your house and you have a cat in your house, the dog, if you die, the dog won't eat you like the cat will. Like, the cat don't care about you. It's like, yeah, you're just a means to an end. The cat doesn't have opposable thumbs, so the cat doesn't have the ability to open those cans of tuna fish. You do. So as soon as you go, the cat has no more need for you because he can't get to the tuna can. But he could nibble on your face and your ears and your toes and whatever is exposed. And when these rescue services, when they go to these women's houses, what do they find inside? They find a bunch of dead cats and they find a nibbled, eaten up body, and that's it. And sometimes the neighbors complain about the smell, but the problem is if you have a bunch of cats, they can nibble you to death. or if you're already dead, they can eat your whole body in a short period of time to the point where you don't have time to hit rigor mortis. So it's really crazy, man. It's like these cats look at you like, you know what? If I was big enough, I'd eat you too. And that's how they act. You think they love you. They don't. It's like you're a means to an end. It's like people who have pet snakes and they have pet reptiles and stuff. Those animals don't want to be there. Number one, they don't want to be there. Number two, they want to eat you, but they can't because you're bigger. You know? Your dog, for the most part, your dog is more loyal than a cat. At least these cats aren't loyal at all. They really aren't. They'll eat your ass. Like, literally. If you die and your bottoms are exposed or whatever, like if you die and all you had on was like some thin underwear, them cats will eat your ass. Because there's a lot of meat back there. And they'll nibble it right down to the hips, like the bone. You know? It's man, these cats... Ask some of these paramedics and these EMS workers who have to break into these people's houses because they're doing wellness checks. Ask them what they find. Yeah, man, it's worse. Like, I can't even talk about what they find. That's how bad it is. I can't believe that we're trying to literally hand the country over to a 7-Eleven where a Willie Brown chew toy. I can't understand how we've gotten to this point. But I will hold on to hope. I'll wait and see what happens after November elections. I'll wait because I personally think that there's a silent majority out there, and I think that they're going to do exactly to this one what we did to Hillary in 2016. You may get the popular vote, but the Electoral College will slaughter you. And I think that's the way it's going to go. But you know what? I've heard that the unemployment is up. I heard that the economy is having issues that they're not talking about. We're talking about Powell talking about, oh, yeah, well, we're going to cut interest rates. Why are you doing it now? Why didn't you do it, like, before the summer, huh? Really? So you already see they're trying to put their fingers on the scale. I think it's too late. I really do. So we'll see. We'll see. But here's the thing. These childless cat ladies, they are... One way or another, one of these two candidates is going to win. But I hope that they don't. I really do. Part of me, however, does want Kamala Harris to win because she's going to be the one stuck with this economy. And me personally, I don't want her to win. I really don't. But she has a lot to answer for. She's done nothing on the border. She's done nothing as far as, foreign politics is concerned. She's done nothing. Nothing positive, anyway. She's going to end, if she wins, she's going to own all of the negatives. Here's the thing. With her, all she wants to do is get her face into the history books. She's already in there as the first female vice president, thanks to COVID, thanks to mail-in ballots. But she wants to get in there as the first female president. And even being in there as vice president, I don't think that's enough for her ego because she already knows nobody liked her. She was very unpopular, and the only reason why she got there is because she's a DEI hire for Biden. She knows it. So my guess is her ego demands that she win this presidency. Now, I would argue that you're up against someone who really shouldn't even have the ability to run, but thanks to the Constitution, he does. It's like Chris Rock made that joke, why would you want me to run against somebody I can beat? If Kamala were to run against, I don't know, somebody who had similar popularity, let's say she was running against Tulsi Gabbard, I think Tulsi Gabbard would win. I personally do. Let's say she was running against Nikki Haley. There's a very good possibility Nikki Haley might beat her. But that's not what it is. You're running her up against an old guy who, survived an assassination attempt. Everybody, half the country loves him. The other half wants to see him in prison. And then a smaller portion of it wanted to see that assassination attempt succeed. So my thing is, why are you running me up against somebody I can beat? Like, that's just really... It is what it is, but I mean, it's disgusting. It's really disgusting. So the bottom line is that right there is this little bit of the history behind the childless cat women. Childless cat women are no different than Shengnu in China. They're no different than Christmas cakes in Japan. They're no different. It's the same concept. Fortunately for them, they know better about handing over the control of their politics to these people. They know better. America seems to be the only place that just like has gone so far off the rails that at this point they just, I don't know. I think we've given up, honestly, as a country, because at this point, I mean, $35 trillion in debt, falling deeper and deeper every single minute. I just don't know anymore. I don't know. What I do know is that I'm close to retirement. And when I retire, I'm probably going to rent out my shit here. And I'm going to move to probably, who knows, could be the Philippines, could be Bali. And I'm going to be in that warm 84-degree weather. And on the beach, sipping buko juice. You already seen the videos I've made of Bali. You know what it looks like there. I'm going to be right up there chilling and watching every now and then on TV as America is like burned down by childless cat women. That's it, you know, and I will be over there. People will ask me questions about what happened, and I will give them my honest opinion about what happened. And it'll be sad, but you know, I'll manage to make it. Okay, so I just came back from a long drive over into Brooklyn, and I was down to 30% power. As you can see, the LYRIQs own the block lately. It's like you got 4 black LYRIQs that basically it's all like taxi drivers as far as I can see. Including me, but I have the silver one, so I stand out. You can see each one of them. They mostly have like the same wheels and stuff. Yeah, there's 4 black LYRIQs. Look at that. 4 of them. So I decided that I was gonna go charge when I got back from being in Brooklyn. Oh, we got a Lucid out here. Is that a Lucid? It looks like a Lucid. Either that or it's a Hyundai Sonata. Got that light bar across the lip of the car. Let's see, Target closes in about 30 minutes. I may be able to run in there and just take a quick look, see if they have something. Oh yeah, that's a Hyundai Sonata, isn't it? Yeah, that's a Hyundai Sonata. They got Hyundai Sonatas that look like Lucids. Yeah. Whole lot of those LYRIQs. I could have gone in the morning. I could have waited till the morning and come over here, but I was like, nah, I ain't doing that. I'll just do it right now. This way I can stay in my bed. Yeah. How you doing? That's pretty cool. That Hyundai, you know, it's funny. The Hyundai Sonata has changed form so many times since 2009. But now they're trying to make the shit look like a luxury car. Shit, before you know it, the Hyundai Sonata is going to be a Mercedes S-Class. What the hell happened here? Oh, somebody threw out the box for their refrigerator. Yeah, I figured I might as well just do this now. Get this out of the way. Have a nice long sleep in the morning. I just got to get like a couple of little things. Probably get some milk, toilet paper. Nothing major. It's like basic groceries. See, and that's the thing. It's like as long as you time your electric vehicle charging with your depletion of groceries, this actually can work out pretty well. You know?
To be continued.